Today, we celebrate the feast day of the exaltation of the cross. My name is Lisa. I am a Filipina Verbum Dei missionary, and I am currently here in Chicago, USA. I want to share a reflection of the gospel today, which I find very beautiful. This is the moment when Jesus is having a conversation with Nicodemus, and he said, "Just as Moses lifted up the serpent, so will the Son of Man be lifted up." But do you know the story behind this Moses lifting up the serpent? That's actually the first reading today. It is in the book of Numbers. When the Israelites were traveling, were walking in the desert, and they just got fed up. They just got so tired, so thirsty, and they don't like the tasteless manna anymore, and they started full of complaints. They started complaining, becoming so desperate and frustrated, and they just told Moses, like, "Why did you do this to us?" So in the end, there were all the serpents that were sent there that bit them, and most of them died. And that worded them, and they say, "Hey, stop, Moses. Yeah, sorry, it's really our fault. We shouldn't have complained like that." And so in the end, God told Moses, as a remedy, make a bronze serpent and put it on a standard. And anyone who's bitten by the snake and looks at that bronze serpent that's lifted up, they get healed. And can you imagine Jesus saying that to Nicodemus, that image, knowing that it will also be how he will give us life? Jesus being lifted up, this being lifted up is really being crucified. Only those who are crucified in that time is really being lifted up. But those who look at him, those who fix their eyes on Jesus, those who have been bitten, those who have been affected by sin, but looks at Jesus, receives life. For God so loved the world that he gave us his only Son, not to condemn us, but to give us eternal life. And this is really my deepest prayer in this time, especially here in the United States. There have been these recent shootings that have gone in schools, in church, and that one of Charlie Kirk that was having his speech, and whatever the reason might be of all that situation, just the fact that people just kill each other. It is so painful. What is this that we are giving to our future generation? I am so hurt hearing all this news about the wars that are still not ending, and they're just making more money for weapons, all the issues of drugs, all the situations of migration here in the US, and all the corruption that's going on as well in the Philippines, and I'm sure in so many other places. Lots of people carrying heavy cross. And here is Jesus telling us, look at me. Look at me. I don't want to condemn you. I already carry the burden of sin, so you don't have to carry it yourself. So really just the invitation today, experience this great, unconditional love of God, who gives us his Son to show us the way through the cross to resurrection, that it is not the end. But as we are there in our own crosses, that we don't carry it alone, but we carry it with Jesus. So hopefully today will be a beautiful reflection of our own pain and crosses, that in the end, it's really the victory of Christ's love in us. Have a blessed day.